is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast, guys. You guys don't mind if I kick this one off, do you? Because I've got a great story, and I thought if I've got that story, then maybe I should welcome everybody to the podcast and do those duties.
Sorry, I tuned out.
Are you there? Let's start again. Welcome to the pod. You there, mate?
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Terrible news. Romeo and his...
Test 1, 2.
No, we're
Test
on.
1, 2. Just seeing if my mic's on.
Yeah, we're live now.
Sorry.
Romeo.
Level of interest, 0.
1, 2.
Yeah, no,
1,
we're
2.
on.
Is it on?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear.
Okay, off you go.
Romeo Beckham.
There's a plane going over the top.
One for
Sorry,
safety.
guys.
Okay, here we go. Romeo Beckham and his girlfriend Mia. Terrible news, they're broken up.
Yeah.
It's over. Done, dusted after 5 years. They've released a statement. That's the interesting part about this story. You still with us, Fitz? You there, mate?
1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's...
I'm here.
Thanks, Katie.
I'll feign interest.
Okay, you're wiping your nose. Just pick it instead if it's itchy.
it's got
You
like
said
got a
there
little
was a
run.
tu-
It's got a little
No,
run on it. I think
you-
it's the air conditioning.
Can I get more up in my
No,
ears?
we're on.
Okay, Whipper's got some story about some statement that was put out by Romeo and Mia, and we are going to discuss it. Welcome to the podcast.
The lead guitar's up a bit high. Can you bring that down a bit? Thanks.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
You know, we were talking about Bridget Jones 4 the other day. Don't need it.
What?
Don't need another sequel to Bridget Jones.
Well, don't speak on behalf of the entire team.
Okay.
Okay, this one's going to blow your mind. They're going to remake Naked Gun. There's going to be a reboot of Naked Gun, one of the greatest, funniest comedies of all time.
Is it? How
I
long
don't think it was.
since you've seen it? Is it one of those films where you think, oh, wow, that was the best film ever, and then you put it on to show a friend, perhaps a younger friend who's never seen it, and they just don't get it?
It is just your basic humour, like it's
so
your dad
basic.
jokes. It's just so, it is basic, but that's why it's so good, and it's firing jokes off.
Was there
like there's
more
one
than
every
one?
second.
Was
Yeah,
there-
they had a few Naked Guns, but
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen's not with us anymore. So
That's
this
right.
is everyone's blowing up, going, "How can you reboot Naked Gun without Leslie Nielsen?"
And how
Well-
can you make a film like that in 2024?
I'm going to give you a couple of names here. Co-produced by Seth MacFarlane,
Yeah.
the man who does Family Guy. So look at even Tommy's nodding his head. He likes that.
Yeah,
So-
Family Guy and Ted. He's
Right.
amazing.
Who's
Family
the other
Guy.
little Seth? Who's the little Seth?
Seth Green,
With the red hair.
who's also a voice on Family Guy.
He was married to Tori Spelling.
What?
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, he
Seth
was.
Green.
Green
No, he
Dogger.
wasn't.
Go with that anyway.
No,
They don't
check that out. I
match.
don't think that's true.
Her head is 4 times the size
of his.
head.
Was
Yeah.
Naked Gun the one where he looks up and the girl's on the ladder?
Yeah.
Nice beaver, nice beaver. Thank you. I just had
Oh.
it stuffed.
Yeah. Oh, you do. You have
and
seen
they
that
bring
bit.
down a.
Oh, what a classic.
Yeah.
Well, so this is the thing. I'm going. Who can replace Leslie Nielsen?
Okay.
Seth MacFarlane's put his hand up and he said, "Well, I want to do it, but to replace Leslie Nielsen, I want Liam Neeson." So the man from Taken, I will find you and I will kill you. And do you know what? The more that I think about it, Seth MacFarlane with Liam Neeson, I think this could be a winner.
Do you know, I know exactly what you mean. When you first think of Liam Neeson, you go, not really funny. But then I've seen him do stuff with Ricky Gervais.
Oh,
Yes.
in the extras, didn't
Yeah,
he do?
when he plays this sort of the straight character that's getting things wrong,
Yep.
and it's good, it's funny.
He's funny. He's funny.
Fitzy,
would he do the beaver line?
How can you say? And who's going to play the girl with the beaver?
Well,
who's
yeah,
gonna be-
'cause-
who's going to be the lady on the ladder?
Are you
Because that was
auditioning?
Priscilla. That was
No.
Priscilla Presley, wasn't it? That was Priscilla Presley.
Was
That's
it?
right in her
Yeah.
heyday.
Who would do the beaver gear now? Can you do
What?
that in 2024?
Well, see, that's not really. Yeah, I mean, you don't. You need the main character to be the funny one, and I think
Yeah.
this would work. It's going to land 2025, guys. Watch this space.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about Romeo Beckham. Is he the youngest? Brooklyn is his brother.
And Cruz.
And Cruz. I think Cruz is the youngest.
Harper
No,
would be the youngest.
Is there 4?
Cruz
the girl.
is the oldest, is it? No, Brooklyn's the oldest.
And
Cruise-
then three
Romeo's-
boys, and then followed by Harper, the little girl.
What did I say, Tom? Get me a family tree of the Beckhams.
Sorry.
In order.
Okay.
Chronological, Tom.
Is Romeo the Romeo is he's the
Romeo.
model, isn't he? Like he's the really good looking one, does a lot of modelling.
We were just talking about that. I don't know if he is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
if
he?
he's
There's
that
a musician
good
as well. There's one on a guitar as well. It's,
I think they kind of all do a little bit of everything, don't they?
I think I think it depends on what your idea of
Good looking is.
Good looking is.
I think he's the one that's blessed with the soccer ability out of the family as well.
Well, he
he's
looks-
he's a good footballer.
He looks pretty fit, and he's also, in the photo I'm looking at with his now ex-girlfriend, Mia Regan, he's also a little on the handsy, because his hands are firmly around her buttocks.
Well, that's his girlfriend.
He was
mate.
his girlfriend, mate. Done,
Well,
dusted.
yeah, but that's a photo of when they're together.
Oh, I
That's what
understand.
young people do. But
Older
you
people
put-
do it sometimes
Yeah,
too.
you can. Doesn't matter how old
Sometimes
you
I
are.
put my arms around my wife.
Oh, God forbid, Fizz.
Yeah.
Do you remember we had someone on the show a while ago? Who came? Oh, Rachel Finch. Beautiful Finchy.
Yeah.
And she said every now and then her and her husband Michael will have sort of a slow dance around the living room.
Well, that's
Now, I
'cause
know
he's
they're
a dancer.
dancers, but I like the idea of thinking that, you know, you might just put a little bit of music on and in your own time hold each other and just sort of rock side to side to a little bit of Ed Sheeran or Coldplay or something you like to swing to. Do you know what I do a lot
Don't
of at
give
home?
that too much thought on your own.
No, but because you have to show kids what love is. It's important.
Of course.
So
Seafood linguine.
Well, besides me eating a seafood linguine, I always say to the kids, look at mum and dad, they're in love. And I'll hold her and we'll swing slowly in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And
And do they say, oh, that's gross?
well, she tries to get away for about 3 minutes 30, which is sort of the average length of the song. But I just sort of hold her in sort of a tight grip, almost in a half Nelson by the end of
It is very healthy for kids to see mum and dad
That's the thing.
show intimacy.
With the sad breakup of Romeo and Mia, she has released a statement. Now, this is very important when you're a high-profile individual to come out and make a statement about the relationship and the fact that you've gone your own ways.
And this is for any relationship. It's good to release your own statements.
Yeah, it is. So she's released the statement, we aren't together romantically, but we do share lots and lots of love for one another. After 5 years, we friend-zoned each other. Hee hee.
Well, that's cute.
Oh, is she a big Michael Jackson fan?
I was
is she?
just trying to work. That was a hee hee, like how funny's friend zone, or just a big fan of the pop star that passed away.
Good Jackson. Can I say something about the statement? I think that sometimes, yes, maybe it is important to release some kind of statement, but it usually comes hard off the back of either people asking about it.
Yep.
I mean, classic example, Natalie Bassingthwaite trying to get
Yes.
ahead of the curve when
Yep.
there was pressure put on her and she was going to be outed. But then also, I think maybe when people who are in the relationship want to maybe see somebody else and they don't want it to appear as though they are cheating
Yep.
or stepping outside the relationship circle, it's good to let everyone
That's
know
true.
that
I'm
everyone's
available.
across it.
Do you reckon
I'm
that's
back
what she's
on.
done here?
Maybe
I'm back
it's
on the
also that
market.
I'm back on the market.
I'm letting you know that I'm out and about. So if you bump into me in town, I'm ready.
It's okay. Romeo's not going to come after
No,
you.
because I think the famous one was Chris Martin and Gwyneth when they used the term consciously uncoupling.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I know it was a bit at the time, but I think it.
Oh, it's Kate.
It's what?
It's a bit of a wank, isn't it?
Well, what else do you want to say? The classic old, we've decided to go our separate ways. We'd really appreciate some privacy at what is a difficult time for our family.
Cut and paste. Please accept it. I mean, I love, and it's going to be hard for these guys because they have lots and lots and lots of love for one another, but they are in the friend zone.
I think it's nice that young people can. I mean, maybe it's a generational thing. In our generation, you didn't consciously uncouple. You just stayed together, and you were miserable, and you spent time together. Like
Until
you'd
you
sit on the
hooked up with their
couch.
best mate.
You sit on the couch, and you'd hate them with every inch of yourself. And then you just go your separate ways when something bad happened.
And then you grab yourself a litre of ice cream.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on.
All right.
It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's Time Still Standing.
Now.
The Koala mattress has won productreview.com.au's best mattress 2 years in a row. Sleep with a winner at koala.com.
Kate said, Fitz, NRL kicks off this weekend. Can you make it NRL themed? I said, sure can.
That's what I did.
Trev in Penrith, you're up against Kate this morning. Well, will you be watching the Vegas doubleheader this weekend?
I'll be at a 1-year-old's birthday party.
Trev, really focused on the 1-year-old.
Trev.
Just as brutal, Trev. Just as brutal.
Yep.
All right, you're our guest today, so you're going first, Trev. If you have the power at the end of 60 seconds, you get $100 and you get $250 to spend at Koala. You know what? I'm giving that to you anyway, Trev, because you're just a great guy.
And you are
love
a
you.
great guy.
Thanks,
Great
You're
guy.
a great guy.
Anytime. All right, your 60 seconds starts now. NRL is an abbreviation for what, Trev?
National Rugby League.
Correct. How many Queensland NRL teams are there?
4.
Correct. What are the Rabbitohs team colours?
Red and green.
Correct. Last year's grand final entertainment was a tribute to which superstar?
Pass.
Tina Turner. Kate, over to you. What brand makes the official NRL ball?
I don't know.
Steed. And back to Trev. Trev, Lincoln Lewis is the son of what NRL legend?
Louis.
Correct.
Wally.
No,
Wally.
sorry. It was Wally. I'm going to have to go with Kate. Back to
Right.
Kate. The Trebojevic brothers play for which club, Kate?
I don't know.
Manly. Back to Trev. Trev, waltzing was the nickname for which player? Waltzing.
Nah, sorry, pass.
No, it's Matt Hilda. Kate, did Macklemore headline the 2013 or 2017
Doesn't matter.
grand
Kate's got it. She loves her
That
NRL.
was a woeful round. Poor effort from both Trev.
It was Matt
And
Hilda,
I.
waltzing Matt Hilda.
God, you can take the NRL to Vegas, but you can't take Vegas out of Kate.
Or something. No, you can take the Campbelltown. Oh,
Take
That's
the
a
girl out of
tough one.
Campbelltown.
something about Penrith. Well, good luck for the Penrith
pull out.
Possums this
Well,
year.
Campbelltown
Trev.
has been labelled the Vegas of Australia. Well done, Trev. Thanks for playing. Sleep with a winner, Australia's #1 rated mattress at koala.com.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
National Rugby League is unleashed for the very first time in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas.
Hollywood meets the NRL. Russell Crowe's voice. How good is that, Kate? This Sunday, the doubleheader, it kicks off the NRL season. We've got Seagulls versus Rabbitohs, Roosters versus Broncos. And you can catch all the action on Fox League and KO Sports this Sunday from 1:30pm. We've just found out that this man, he got in. It took 14 hours at customs, but he got in there. Mick Ennis, welcome.
Wow, he got let in.
Hello, guys. No manpower, no Australia down under introduction, nothing.
No, not for you, mate. Just for the greatest game ever invented,
Oh, my
apparently.
God. Hey, I can just imagine when you came home and said to the family, oh, you're not going to believe it, honey. Damn these bloody work commitments. I've got to head off to Vegas for work. Did she believe you?
Unbelievable. Well, you wouldn't believe it. She's actually right next to me. So we've done the tour. We're on tour together. So it has been fantastic.
Mick.
What a place. I've never been here before.
Neither
It's
have
just,
I.
Honestly, the night times are incredible to see. The daytime's like everyone's hungover at the Easter show.
Yeah.
It is such a sad place during the day, and all of a sudden 5 o'clock kicks over and off it goes again. It's incredible.
So where have you
And
travelled,
so
Mick?
Magic Mike starts tonight.
Are you putting on a show for everyone? are you?
Magic Mick.
Magic Mick.
Oh.
no way in hell. Mate, some of the people I've seen here, it's an interesting place, that's for sure.
I mean, there's a couple of games which we're excited about, of course, but I want to know, because we spoke to the kid Leroy the other day, and he was talking about how he's going to catch up with a few of the players after the game. So how long are the players sticking around for, or are they being marched back onto the plane to get out of there?
No, I think talking to some of the clubs, there's because they've had to split up because of the amount of players. I think there's a group leaving on Sunday night, and then there's another leaving on Monday. So, about 15 or so players, I think, will travel back with some staff on the Sunday, and then about the same size sort of group the following day.
So that's Sunday night.
Where they have placed all the teams, Ludacris is actually playing the night of the game. So make of that what you will.
That is great. Do you know what? But Mick, can I ask, if you're over there showcasing the game, right, to the American audience, why have you not got what is considered the greatest team that's ever hit the field in the Penrith Panthers? Why didn't they get a Guernsey?
Well, you're right, Fitz. I mean, I think that just the fact that they had so much travel already with that World Club Challenge over in England last week, and they just knew that would be a huge, start to their year. And, the amount of travel to England, then obviously to Las Vegas, could really disrupt the start of your season. But I think, in a funny way, it's worked out kind of perfect to some degree for us guys, in the sense that we've got Tom Trbojevic, James Tedesco, Latrell Mitchell, and these young superstars of Brisbane, in particular Reece Walsh. The hype around here at the moment in the streets, there's Broncos jerseys everywhere, and everyone just wants to talk about Reece Walsh.
Really?
When you drive down that strip of Vegas and you see the bright lights, late afternoon, night time, you just think of the superstars that could turn on a performance, and Reece Walsh and Ezra Mann for Brisbane. I don't know. I just got the feeling that they won't be overawed by what's about to unfold in the next couple of days, and they are rock star like. When you see them walk through the hotel, their baseball caps backwards.
Wow.
Yep. They just look. They just fit in here.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, as far as on the day, who are we going to see? Obviously on the field, but also in the stands. And are we seeing NRL as we see it here at home, or is it NRL American-fied? If you know what America-fied, or is it Australiana? Has it got that feel, or is it? Have they tried to make it something else? It definitely
has, Kate. Simone and I were actually in an Uber yesterday. And the guy, we said, is there anything that we have to do while we're here? And he had no idea who we were, which was fantastic. And he said, you guys, there's an Australian rugby game on this weekend. Man, I want to see that.
Awesome.
And so they are captivated by it. And I think given that the field's a little bit shorter and squeezed in, I think we'll see some real brutal hits. I think that'll appeal to the American people. I think we'll see that real physicality. And then, I mean, as much as everyone's sort of gone, will it stifle the attack of the sides because of how tight it's going to be? I don't think so. I still think those guys with that explosive speed, like your Tom Trbojevic, Reece Walsh, Tolu Kola from Manly, who's like an American sprinter. I still think they'll have a lot of success. I think we'll see a great spectacle. The four sides that are here are full of superstars, and then to have guys like Hugh Jackman, I think Greg Norman's coming. They're talking maybe Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes.
Well, there's apparently a box there, Mick, which someone has paid. How much for, Tommy, was it?
It was 90 grand just to hire it for the day. But Tim Zoo...
I was hoping they wouldn't report that I'd spent that. Because
Simone won't be happy, that's for sure.
Hey, just quickly, Mick, are you and Simone going to see a show? You're going to see Copperfield or U2 at the Sphere, or what are you doing?
So here's our Friday night for you, Fitz. So the options were Adele Friday night, Madonna Friday night, U2 Friday night, or Christina Aguilera. Where do you think I'm going?
Oh, you go Christina Aguilera for sure.
My word, I'm going to see Christina Aguilera. Damn right.
Got you written all over it, Mick. Well done, buddy.
You are the greatest husband out there, Mick Ennis. We love you, mate. Enjoy your time over there. We cannot wait. Sunday, 1:30, it kicks off off on Fox League and KO Sports. It's going to be unbelievable. The NRL season kicks off in Las Vegas. Mick, enjoy yourself. Thanks for your time, legend.
Nah, thanks so much for having me, guys.
See you, mate.
Have
Take
fun.
care.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk Super Bowl. Not a bad event. I think it's going to take off. Most watched Super Bowl of all time. Little bit of help there with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, obviously. But there was a few things that happened on the day that we need to talk about. One of them was the streaker. Have you got my streaker little stinging there?
Here's the streaker.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Gotcha. It's not bad, mate. You've had a big day.
Okay, so there was a streaker, which great effort. You always have a chuckle.
Oh, yeah.
They showed a little bit of the streaker here in Australia. We don't really show the streaker because we don't want to give them any airtime.
We used to.
They get a $5,000 fine here if you run out onto the ground, which is quite a lot of money.
Yeah, but often before there's a streaking incident these days, the hat gets passed around and everyone goes, all right, I'm in for 100. You do it. All right, off you go.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's see how much money I can get. There was a streaker at this Super Bowl. His name was Yuri Andrade. He's a Florida man.
Yep.
He paid $42,000 for front row tickets at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas to watch the Chiefs and the 49ers. He'd had a few drinks and he decided to do it last minute. So he gets arrested. I don't know what the fine is. It doesn't say here in the paper, but let's say if it's $5,000 here, you double that over in the US. Let's say he got $10,000, right? There's now a rumour going around that his mates put down a bet that there will be a streaker at the Super Bowl and they took home $374,000. Now, you know in America you can bet on anything.
Can't you?
But see, this is the thing. With these bets, I don't think that you can...
They don't pay out. You can't put that level of money on it.
And you can't put a lot of money on it. Like, usually it's your...
It's a $20. It's a
what do
special.
they call it? It's a special...
Exotic?
Exotic bet, that's it. And so you can only put $10 down to win back $50. But somehow, he and his mates... He wasn't involved. Obviously, he's not putting his bets, but his mates put bets all around the country that there was going to be a streaker. They collected, and now they're just celebrating.
Jeez. I mean, if you paid $42,000 for a seat, well, yeah, I want to be close to the action. I want to be so close to the action. I want to be able to do anything I can. I want to be nude on the field. That's what I want to do if I'm paying $42,000. I will be. In fact, you know what, guys? I will be nude
I'm
on
going
the
for
field.
it. Just that feeling, just to be at the Super Bowl, to experience the whole day, and then knowing as you're getting handcuffed that you are going to get a payout. The thing is, though, you'd be worried that it's going to blow up beforehand and they're going to find out.
My big issue with streaking is, and I think a nudie run is very funny. On or off the field, I think a nude run is just one of the great things that's available to humans. But I always feel like if I was to do it, I'd be so nervous about being tackled by the security in a bad position. And so your head's driven into the ground and your bum's up in the air and you kind of got that bulldog look at the back. And that's what I'd be concerned about. But when you hit the dirt, it's really not a great sight.
But see, the other thing is, you know what I love? I love when there's a sure bet, when you hear, and you've heard about these bets where maybe a dog's been juiced up or a horse. This is going to be one horse we know on this day that it's going to win. Yeah. You always hear these stories. It's a sure bet.
They're good, aren't they?
How many people do you tell? You can't tell too many because then it gets out of control.
13, 24, 10, were you on a sure bet?
Have you ever heard of it? Look, you can remain anonymous. We're not going to get a call on this.
Back in the day, it existed in the racing circles. I don't know what level it's at these days, and I don't think it probably exists. But back in the day, my grandfather, he would turn up to the track and he would say to the trainer, "Are we having a win today?" And the trainer would say, "I'll give you the signal." And that was him swatting flies away in front of his face. And that meant this next race, we're winning.
Oh, that is awesome.
And just the deal was done.
Just with the jockeys back in the day where every jockey would know, let's not ride our horse to its full ability today and let one horse go to the lead. And then all the jockeys would have mates that'd be betting on that one horse.
Oh, what do you know? Have a look who's had a win here.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I love this.
Oh, how good is Riddle Time? Do we have the cameras rolling now, Tommy? Because I was just giving Leno the middle finger there.
Oh, yes, a peek behind the radio curtain.
Yes.
I hope the cameras aren't rolling because, once again, you look like a cassowary.
Oh, my hair's up. And the most dangerous.
Dance, Cocky, dance.
The most dangerous of birds.
We need to address that next week.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh,
Hair's looking good.
I'm happy for the length. I like the length. I just
Long and
terrific.
beautiful.
needs to be styled.
I
or
would describe
something.
it as luscious and perfect. What is luscious and perfect? Quick first riddle. My hair. Correct, Whipper. Well played.
Oh, was that the easy one?
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Hurry up. Come on, let's do it.
All right, Kate Ritchie, you are the current champ. You won last week with 2 out of 3 riddles. Here we go. What is bigger than a grey elephant and yet weighs nothing?
It's shadow.
Kate Ritchie goes bang. See what I mean? That was actually the easy one.
Was it?
That was the easy one, and you stepped up. You saw it, and you knocked it out of the park. Well played.
Thank you.
A man woke up from a coma, and he was put through a series of tests to check his health. What did he tell the doctor he saw at the end of everything?
A G.
Right, James. Just a little bit. There is a G on the end of everything.
Classic riddle.
Thought you might have said a K, Ryan James. What about this one?
Classic.
Classic stuff. I've got a huge list here, and there's some crackers.
Could you have flicked through that earlier?
I'll be
Have I done
celebrating those.
Oh, you two.
we go.
Seriously.
What spends all time on the floor? Oh, no, that's a shadow again.
Just a little bit.
What about this one?
Do you want a highlighter?
Yeah, no, I've lost it. I can be cracked, made, told, and played, but never touched. What am I?
The code?
Good thinking, but no. I can be cracked, made, told, and played, but never touched. What am I?
Made.
Tell you what, there's a fair bit of it on this show.
Music?
Fair bit of it on this show. Yeah, egg.
Not egg.
Yolk?
No one's allowed to crack an egg in this studio.
Rubbish.
No.
Boringness. Oh, no, it's not a word, guys. Don't email in.
I can be cracked, made, told, and played, but never touched. What am I?
A heart?
They can be broken, Tom, but no.
Very true.
Yours is scarred.
Broken is
unfortunately.
different to cracked.
Remember the girl that you went out with? You
Keep
came home and
going.
she shaved
Keep
her head.
riddling. Well, that was
One more time. All concentrating and listening from Fitzy.
Don't know why she started on her head.
All right.
Oh, for goodness sake. I can't wait to get out of here today.
have a rest.
Just
We need a
himself
break
over
from
here.
you. What is there plenty of in the studio?
I can be cracked, made, told, and played.
Oh, jokes.
Bang, Thomas Bryant.
Not.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you can't say the studio thing because you threw us.
Yeah, he threw us off there.
We have a bit of a joke in here, don't we, guys?
Oh.
Everyone in for a good time?
All the lols.
Mandy and Mascot, welcome to Riddle Time. What is
Good morning,
your
guys.
riddle?
Before my riddle, can I just say we've got a Tom that works here, Tom Hawkins, and he's leaving. He's actually leaving today. We're so
Tom Hawk.
sad. Bye, Tom.
Bye,
Tom. Love you, Tom. Rises in the post.
Right, my riddle. I am earned by every man, though my length differs. Their wives use me after getting married. What am I?
They're what uses you after getting married?
Wives.
The wives.
Wives.
Is it a credit card?
No.
This is a good one, Mandy.
Differs.
Their length differs. What was the first bit?
I am earned by every man, but they're
Owned.
my length.
Earned as in money or owned?
Owned. Sorry, owned.
It's not you, it's me.
No, it is Mandy.
Owned by every man. I mean, there's a bit of a double entendre here,
That's
which I don't
sounding
mind.
like
Owned by every
But
man.
it's not.
My
So
length.
my length differs.
But my length.
And then my wife uses me after married?
Their wives uses me after getting married.
Your bank account?
No.
Oh, Fitzy, that's very dated of you. Oh my God! Are you going to finish the show? The week of shows like that?
Ollie got this one.
Oh, he would have.
Good on you, Ollie.
So it was a.
Is it a Fred again? Is it Fred again?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's all he talks about. It's nothing to do with being a male.
It's not your surname, is it, Mandy?
Oh, Tommy!
And it's Tom's last day here as well, Mandy.
2 Toms.
But
Farewell.
wives don't take that. I mean, you can't do that one anymore.
Why
wives
not?
don't take names.
They should.
I'm going now.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.